Couple questions before we get out of here. This was from the Cult of Cornette Facebook group by Louis Tenorio. When and how did The Undertaker become such a revered figure in the locker room, seemingly taking Andre's place? I recall Kevin Nash saying that he told Vince it would be an honor to lose to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 12, which was just over 5 years after his debut at the end of 1990, which seems really fast for someone to command that much respect in the business. So answer that question, but also, what was it like when you first got there in 93? Did The Undertaker already have that aura, that respect?
Well, now, wait a minute. Nash told Vince that it would be an honor to lose to Undertaker at WrestleMania 12?
According to this question here, yes.
It wasn't, no, I guess 13 was in 97. I was going to say maybe Nash said that because he wasn't even working there anymore, but it was 13 in 97, 12 in 96. I've never heard Kevin Nash say it would be an honor to do a job for anybody. I'm not saying he didn't say it in private conversation with the guy that was paying him money. You know, with Mark, I honestly wasn't there the first, 2 years he was in the WWF. But I came in summer of 93. He'd only been there for 2 years. And still he had the gravitas in the locker room and the perception of the other guys as not only a leader, but also a main event guy, a guy drawing money. And when you look back at 93, you know, that was the start of Vince's rebuilding period from the Hogan era and et cetera. And he didn't have a lot of top dependable guys. Yokozuna was drawing some money.
And he was new. And he was new.
Yokozuna. And he was new. Bret was still there, and Bret was getting over, especially he got over in Europe and the international markets before he would achieve his top status in the United States. But there was Undertaker. And Taker, even when he wasn't champion, was looked at as the guy that drew the money in the WWF. And, you know, Luger never made it to that point. When I went in to manage Yoko, he was working with Luger. But by that November, Yoko was working with Taker. And the aura was different. The interest was different. I managed Yokozuna against a lot of different people, from job guys to guys on house shows and TV matches, whatever. The aura was completely different when it was against either Bret Hart or The Undertaker. The fans knew this is big. The crowds were bigger. The houses were bigger. Those were the guys. And Taker was looked at as a no-nonsense fucking guy. Don't fuck around. Be professional. You know, and he had the anti-clique, his group of, you know, guys like with the Godwins and fucking, you know, Fatu of the Samoan contingent, Fuji Yoko. Those guys that weren't ever going to fuck with anybody or conspire behind people's back and wanted to go to the fucking Ribera or have beers or whatever afterwards. That was the anti-clique. Those were all and that's where not only Undertaker got the reputation of being a locker room leader, but just being a guy that was one of the boys, as opposed to the rapidly developing egos of the other little group. So they looked up to him early on, not only because of the person he was in the locker room, but because he was a money drawer and a leader in the ring and a face of the promotion. So he had a lot of respect from everybody, and it didn't take him long to get it.